The former Prime Minister of Pakistan, Imran Khan, is set to issue a rousing call to the nation. He's urging his supporters to begin a so-called long march to the capital in a sign of protest against the ruling government. Around 2 million people are expected to take part in this long-awaited march, which Mr. Khan says is necessary to achieve true freedom for the nation. The ex-Prime Minister has been holding regular rallies across the country to try to pressure the government to hold fresh elections. Mr. Khan was ousted from power last month after losing a no-confidence vote. He has repeatedly accused foreign powers, particularly the US, of backing efforts to topple him. More, we're joined by journalist Shehzad Hameed Ahmad in Islamabad. Shehzad, why exactly is this former Prime Minister holding multiple rallies across the country?
Well, just like the weather here, the political atmosphere is heating up as moments ago the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf chairman Imran Khan addressed a massive gathering in the city of Multan tonight. It's a place where Mr. Khan's party won 5 National Assembly seats in the last general elections. Strict security measures were in place for today's gathering after Mr. Khan had earlier hinted that there were threats to his life from elements from within the current Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif's government. This is Mr. Khan's 9th such rally in the last 1 month alone, aimed at what he believes is creating awareness amongst the general public for attaining real freedom and the removal of the incumbent and what he calls imported rulers. In several speeches since his ouster, Imran Khan has publicly blamed the United States for his removal from office, in collusion with Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif. Imran Khan is hoping to mobilize millions of political workers for a long march to Islamabad at the end of May, concluding with a sit-in outside the National Assembly in an effort to put pressure on Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif to announce fresh elections. It was only 3 months ago when Mr. Khan was removed from power in a vote of no confidence and Shehbaz Sharif elected as the new Prime Minister.
Why are people attending Mr. Khan's rallies in such massive numbers?
Well, the Shehbaz Sharif government blames Imran Khan's 3.5-year tenure as the reason for a beleaguered and unstable economy. But Mr. Khan's anti-American rhetoric over the last 1 month has hit a chord with a significant portion of the population that believes that Pakistan was a victim of an American conspiracy that interfered in the workings of an Islamic nuclear power. This narrative is aided by the growing anger amongst the Pakistani population that is facing crippling inflation, which hit 13.4% in April. That's primarily due to rising oil prices, supply chain disruptions due to the war in Ukraine, and Pakistan's balance of payment crisis. As a result, the Pakistani rupee has devalued to 200 rupees to $1, which is the lowest in the country's history. Mr. Khan has linked this economic instability due to the removal of his government, translating into more support for his rallies. In a bid to contain the rising import bill to minimize pressure on the country's dwindling foreign exchange, the current government has slapped a ban on import of nearly 800 luxury items. That includes iPhones, chocolates, to even bottles of ketchup. Mr. Khan will be coming to Islamabad between May 25th and May 29th.
Thanks for that, Shehzad Hameed Ahmad there reporting from Islamabad.